look at it and go, do you like it or you don't like it, or do you want to learn it? But hairdressing is fun. So my first guy is going to be, because she's already short, is on her crown. So I'm going to start cutting a guide and using my tapering scissors. Now I use tapering scissors like a straight scissor, not like a tapering scissor where you go in and thin the hair out. I'm virtually blunt cutting with this. And I'll combine straight scissors and tapering scissors and a razor wherever I feel I need to move that weight around. So the goal with this haircut is to be short to long, short on the sides, short on the back, really clean, but the energy will all be in here. So this is going to be a guide. So I'm going to commit myself to short on the crown, make sure I get short enough. The biggest mistake people make when they cut short hair is they become afraid. And so they don't commit to certain lengths. So, okay, back to the crown. So I want to eliminate this hair. So I'm cutting the hair toward the length that I want. And as you see, I'm gradually getting longer as I go out. And just because you're in school doesn't mean you can't experiment. And get those doll heads and start cutting them up. And take pictures, go on the internet, pull up pictures of haircuts, and copy a picture. Be copycats. That's how I really learned, was being the best copycat. Where's the water from? Haircuts that I like, and I would copy them. Because as a young hairdresser at the time, I didn't really trust myself as far as being super creative, so I would take someone else's art and try to copy it. Whether it's Sassoon at the time or whoever, and start cutting hair that way. Now people will tell you root direction is really important. I find what's important to me is when I'm working on the ends. Now I'm going to jump. I have my line in here, so we're going to take this part away and start cutting into the sides. Now we established we're going to cut these sides off. So we need to go in and not start here. We need to go right to it. Go right to it, right where it starts. Right where the shortest point is. A double baseline is where, this is your baseline here, right? Your baseline is always the fringe of the hair, where it starts, the bottom part. So but a double baseline means I have two baselines. So I have a baseline here, but now, we're going to have a double baseline on the other side, because the hair's going. All right, so we have our baseline. Already I'm getting a cool thing happening. See, so that's like getting my heartbeat up, like, oh, this is really cool, And hopefully everybody around me is going, okay, he's really good. Okay, now, your occipital bone is right here. So this is where you create your second baseline. So if I just go in and cut a line, it starts giving me this wig line that starts moving across. So I want to start seeing this wig line move across the head. With me though, I don't really like to section hair off like with the clips and stuff because I like to see what's happening as as it's happening. Sometimes when you section, and I know in school you need to become a technician sort of before you become an artist, really. You need to learn the technical part of cutting hair and understand what you're doing. So while you're cutting hair, ask yourself, why am I doing it? So it's really important that you know why. There's going to be working into here, you see? So I want to see that happen. Now I want to get this clear. So we're going to do some scissor over combing with the tapering scissors. Now what I like about the tapering scissors, the scissor over comb, it doesn't leave any lines, but it's very forgiving and gets it very close. Now let's do something crazy with the neck a little bit. Start creating a really cool neck, you know? So I'm going to go back to this guideline. Remember that first guideline? We're going to start cutting around the head. And I cut radially. And with radial means using the roundness of the head. Not so much vertically and horizontal, but I like to use it around the head. So I can see what I'm doing. Now I can also cut the other way. With straight scissors, vertical, horizontal, 90, 45-degree angles, because it's important you know every way, because you don't want to ever get bored doing hair. So the next day I might go to work and say, okay, I'm not using tapering scissors at all. I'm going to cut strictly as soonish as I can. And I use the word sassoon a lot because I'm a huge admirer of their finished work. I've got a lot of friends in the UK. I'm always on their Facebook, and you can Facebook us. We always show you cool haircuts, and I get inspired by looking at the work. It turns me on as a hairdresser. And that's what you need to be, is turned on as a hairdresser. Now we're going to leave this long, so I'm directing it, and I'm staying long, working it long. So you can see how this line is all falling in. When you're cutting hair like this, you have to keep it wet. Don't let it start working itself into a super sort of natural way and having to fight that. Let's go to the other side. Because I really like what's happening here. This much needs to be detailed work. Today the tools are a combination of flat irons, curling with a flat iron, using all these different things. Before, we used to try to blow it as straight as you can. Now we blow it as straight as you can, then flat iron. And with the flat iron, it takes away the poof, takes away the blow, and leaves it in the haircut. Okay, so we want to eliminate this side and make this side kind of aggressive. So we were talking about a double baseline. So a double baseline is you have a baseline here, and then I'm going to make another wig line here. You see? So then this wig line is going to go across beneath the other wig line by the occipital bone. This has to eliminate this here. So now we're going to match this weight line Now it's interesting, I've been doing hair like 20 minutes and I have almost all the haircut done. So it shows like if you know where you're going and you can quickly get there. Now, I'm not saying ever to rush through your haircuts or do any of that, but I find for me personally, when I cut and get there quicker, I can see the vision quicker. Sometimes I find if I'm like lingering, I sort of forget where the vision was. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to get too advanced because I know you guys are students. I'm used to teaching, seasoned hairdressers who already can cut this stuff. But for you is to learn technique, find out which technique you like, put a book together of cool haircuts, and this is, and learn them. Okay, so now we have to eliminate this hair the same way I did the other hair. Then the haircut really takes shape. So again, I use the same technique, pulling a large section up toward my second baseline. I find today a lot of students who come out of school have a difficult time cutting short hair. There's been so much emphasis on extensions and using irons, and they're sort of getting away from the interesting haircuts like this. Look at how beautiful that looks. This is really simple, clean. And now I go to my second baseline, carving it around your ear. Cool already, right? Fun. In today's world, it's difficult to find clients who want this. You know what I mean? It's more, I'll find girls on the street, I'll turn a good model, and I'll use free. But I've gone into malls and seen hot girls, and told them to come in for free haircuts because I want to do them. I mean, I want to. They're going to let me do their work. It sounds so awful. It's changed so much. My days was like, today I want to do them. I'm going to text him. Sex them. If you see girls that have kind of cool haircuts, those are the ones. You're not going to find some girl with super long hair and I say, "Would you like this?" She'd think I'm nuts. But if I go to a girl who's already got something close to it, then she will like it. You see, I say there's a short hair class. I don't mean go find, soccer mom with hair down to here and say I'm going to give you a geometric haircut. You got to go where these girls are, and it's usually the bars. It's great. Here, stand up.
Give it long. Well, this is actually I just clean, and then I give it like really long layers. And in front, I just basically clean the whole cut. I don't cut it. I cut it. The major cut is in the back. It's gorgeous. Yeah.
When you leave beauty school, your goal is to be a great hairdresser and to please people. So you need to become a great salesperson about your art. It's like a woman comes in and she says, "Well, I want you to leave it long and just trim the front." That's not good enough. Okay, this is what you want. Well, here's what I want for you. Just shake your head a little bit and show her how the haircut moves. And you can cut her for me.
Okay.
Whatever you want. But she's your client. You talk to her.
Okay.
Pretend you're client.
What do you want to do? Like A-line?
What was I saying?
The girls?
Oh, the girls. But okay, so you need to take the next step and do it in the. It's like Picasso. Someone go, "Hey, dude, the eyes are really messed up." Right? What's with the eyeballs? One's here, one's there. It's like, I'm like that. So I'm breaking into the occipital bone area to get it that line, because I don't want it to be like buzz and a big bump. That's very 80s. That's kind of not happening right now. So we want to see is a more texture-y feeling going on back here. So I'm using my hands when I'm cutting hair. You see, I'm working the head. That's what I do. I like to work the hair. It's not where it's like I want to look at her. You know, she's my piece of art. It's like painting. You step back and you look and you think and you do this. So some people could do this, some people can't. I mean, some people become fabulous technicians, where they section by section by section. So I try to reach the people that want to be more touching into the art side of it, and to, you know, have fun with it like that. Water bottle. Answer it.
How would you do a design like this on fine hair?
I would do it the same way. Fine hair, actually fine hair looks thicker when it's like this, because it thickens itself up, it bulks itself up. The one thing I wouldn't do on super fine hair is overlay it. Okay, should we leave this real long like this? Do we like this, or should we cut into it?
I like it.
What do you guys think? What do you think? See a little bit? Say that again?
I want to see your face open up a bit.
That's the one thing I want to keep.
Leave it as it is.
I like it.
No, I kind of like it, but I understand where you're coming from. But to keep our relationship good, she wants a long front. If I want to cut it off, make you happy, make her unhappy, then I'm going to lose the client.
Right.
Yeah. And then she'll be unhappy and crying, talk about me on Facebook, go on Yelp, tell me what a jerk I am. I know what's going on today. This whole Yelp thing is a killer. God, I've had so many people. Never about my haircut stuff. It's always about, you know, rude. So in beauty school one time, I got mad and I threw my little beauty school case against the wall. I'm following, keeping her length, right? So you're going from long to short. I'm sorry, from short to long. Don't just go short and then disconnect and be totally long. For me, I don't really love when I like it when it follows each other and here's that. Look at you standing. See how cute this is? And it really works with the shape of her face. It works. She's very happy because I have it. And I like this look.
I do too. I love that.
It goes really good teamwork here. Clean up with my straight scissors. Now I'm going to go in and piece a little bit, put a little more texture in the crown. And also the reason I'm here is I have a new product line called Sheer Force, and it was designed for hairdressers to create fun, funky hair. I don't know if you've seen it. We have a product called Texture String that I'll show you a little bit. That's really cool and gives you some really bizarre textures. And this is so cool. So no matter what she does, see the balance. See, to me it's all about balance. And I feel this is extremely balanced. Here's the now I'm going to blow her dry, like really fast, with my fingers. So the one thing you don't want to do is start picking up a brush with hair like this. All right, so when you start blowing hair dry, I want you to start working with your fingers. This is now, the reason I'm starting at this side going this way, because what am I doing when I'm drawing this hair? This is the underneath hair, right? So then this hair is going to come above it and go this way. So I want to get the moisture out here first. And let your haircut do its job. Don't start doing things with your hand that's going to take it out of the haircut. So let the haircut be there. Stay focused when you blow dry. Again, going across the head. Get it dry as you're moving it. Learn to use both hands, flipping the blower, the left hand, the right hand. Because I don't want to change it, do something this way, you see? Because every movement you make that's off is going to have a reaction. So if you go this way and you blow the base the wrong way, this will lift up. We don't want to stay close to the head. What are you going to do? You're going to go to one place and then move around, be for a job. They're coming because they want to work there. I help have them a future. Find out what kind of training program they have and what happens when you're done training and what gets them to put you on the floor. Almost there. Make sure if you use a razor to clean your neck, you go down. Now, years ago, we used to do weavings doing this blonde lady's hair. The last hook, I hook them all. And a drop of blood, hooked to the plastic bag, and spread all over her head. It was just like I hit like a gusher of blood. Right? I am not reweaving this. You're standing for me. Look at this thing. But I like that on her. But you see, I want you to see the balance. How the heavy side works with the light side. Do you guys like it? This is called texture string. This is a product I invented to get her a little funkier. What's really cool to the hair and create texture.
Just lay on. Yeah, that's what.
Wow.
So what it does, it changes the shape, so you put your hands in there and you can get that hair to really piece up like that, and, you know, develop really cool texture in the hair. This even made her color look so much cooler. I love the color you guys did. Who did this one? You guys? Great. I get to wear this the rest of your life here. Okay, this is, you know, what I love about it, it's really extreme. And it doesn't, you know, this could be, I can take this whole front and cut this across this way too. See, so it has really long in the front, but more of a super long bang, nothing on this side. This is definitely an asymmetrical showing it really good. Okay, let's do something real quick, I promised earlier. You see, I'm going to cut like an A-line haircut on here with a razor. Which is sort of unusual, and it'll be kind of fun. We only have a few minutes, so. So you want it long, like here long? Now the color is kind of interesting. This has nothing to do with my line or anything, but it's a color called magma that Willow makes, and it's the only color that lifts dyed hair without bleach. So it's something to check into. Wella sells it. It's called magma. Kind of a strange name, but what's great is usually if you dye hair dark, I dyed her hair and I dyed it like a level 2 or 3 like that. And then she wanted red highlights. I would have to bleach that hair and then put red into it. But the magma, you don't have to do it. It just comes out red. It comes out this hot too. It comes out. Especially if the hair has been like bleached and it's like kind of funky. So, okay, stand up for me. Again, the energy is on the ends of the hair, where I want it to be. Especially. Hortensia is one of our head teachers at the salon. Teaches everything from cutting and coloring. You said you wanted to be asymmetrical. What is asymmetrical? Goes both ways. No, it's symmetrical is one side. You're so brave. What happened to you? Never mind. I'm just doing it. I'm not talking anyway. See, the razor and the tapering scissors are used like straight scissors. They aren't used like the old days where we would go in and shred the hair out. They're used on a blunt level to create the line. But it's much more of a textured line on the bottom, other than me cutting it very straight and blunt. Now what I'm going to do in the back is create a slight layer, a slight double from the bottom up. So I use tapering scissors and release that weight. What are you using?
The serum.
Oh, the serum. And we don't have the serum here, but the serum is a silicone-based serum that creates shine and makes the hair slippery.
Yeah,
I have it. It's good.
really, really good.
Yeah. And it's really good.
What is that cuckoo thing happening there? That's something. Asymmetrical one, these ones are longer here. Okay, so this is the side we're going to be a bit longer. Now, when you have an asymmetrical side, it doesn't mean so you see, okay, so you see how easy that works to cut it asymmetrically? It just sort of fell in. It wasn't like I'm like leaving all this, and what happens is we're going to do a little movement around this. You see? So I start seeing that. I start seeing this piece moving around your face. And you get it real soft, and boom, and you give it a flat iron and make it really straight and severe. So when you're blowing hair dry, focus on the piece you're blowing through hair, going in right away with a brush to create as much shine and texture as possible. My fingers are letting it get frizzy, solely different than the other head. Watching blow dries is like watching water boil. Right outside. But blowing is, you know, when you get a haircut like this, it's so important. And the head and brushing it, you're blowing almost half of the head dry and taking pieces. So it's, when you're thinking about it, it's base, shaft, ends. So my goal in the beginning is get that base dry. As I'm watching it, I'm looking at it, I want to get the shaft dry, then the ends dry. And I never really touch the hair. The dryer and brush, you have control enough to pick it up, flip it around, and use it. So that's the kind of control you need when you're blowing hair dry. So I'm brushing the base, getting the shine up, the shaft. Let's see if there's a mic. Let's see if my flat iron. Who likes the flat iron? Who's good at it? Who's good at it? Can you flat iron this side? Oh, she's gonna do it. I'm going. No, you can do it. I'm good. This one flat iron has to. Now this is what I do with my assistants. So we work together. How long have you been in school? Oh, you're out of school? All right. Cool, huh? And quick, you saw. I mean, I'm certainly moving faster than I'll be cutting this long.
Change her.
But she looks so different. Just, you know, cutting that little bit, and I left her long, and it's long enough for her. She doesn't feel like she's been, you know, why did you get my hair too short? She was braver. No, I gotta do it too long. What happened? Why did you become fearful? Did I do something?
I said from the beginning, it's not too short.
You did?
Anything else?
But actually, I like this like that. I think it's pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
You may have the flat. Look at how beautiful she looks. She looks so beautiful. Not that she wasn't beautiful, but you know what? Showing you. I mean, I you know, showing you really what it's like to make women beautiful in the salon. This is what it's about. I mean, this is the level of work I want you to do, and I want you to sacrifice doing the work you don't want to do, you know? I mean, no more setting, no more teasing, unless you're setting to do something period, like a 50s look or a period look. But, you know, don't become a slave to your client by whatever, yes ma'am, hairdresser, whatever you want. You know, what do you want? No, this is what I think you should have. This is what you do. Well, I don't really like, it goes as far as this is what, here, stand up for me. Damn, this is good.
Yeah.
See, just the slight longer side. Not, you know, this would be, I could cut this, but see, even if I was going to cut it to here, this would be the same, so it's getting longer, 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 longer. Not where it gets longer here. See, that's what drives me crazy. Asymmetrical doesn't mean like nothing here and 4 pounds of hair over here. It's the same, it's just soft. It's like, you know, it has that kind of thing. And you know, when I go to hair shows and I see, you know, people go up there and they do, you know, just like buzz this side off and then this side. It's cool for a show, but it's a little unrealistic to me. I like to be a little more realistic. What's made me sort of who I am today was making women look beautiful, but also not losing my integrity of what I like cutting. That's always been important to me. It's like, I've done a lot of movie stars, but I've never like even talking about it because to me it was not who I do, it was always what I did on them. If I could change them, it was important. Anybody to go join you could join a place today, they'll send you out to do all the movie stars you want. And all these people have this long list, but what did you do on them? Did you cut them? Did you change them? Did you change their color? Or did you just blow them out for a shoot or for a TV show? You know, and there's a lot of great hairdressers today that have changed these celebrities, but the celebrities, you know, like keep it quiet. You're talking about all the men I sleep with and all these other things, but don't talk about cut my goddamn hair. It's like, are you kidding me? You know, that's the part that drove me nuts. And for years, especially you know, during the 80s, I cut everybody. You know, all the TV stars, you know, all the way to Anne Bancroft and Diane Keaton, Dustin Hoffman, all these people. And I'm going to put it in the press. They're going to know, people are going to know, I did this. I'm not going to be like, shh, quiet. You know what I mean? You walk in down the salon, you're going to get written about. Then don't walk in. Because it's not, you make more money by making you look beautiful. I get some benefit from this, and then they never want to pay you anything. Never. They're the worst. I mean, they're sweet, but they have a thing about paying people. You see that little cut I did in there? How cool that looks?
Yeah.
Just that little bang, just that little break in there. Let me see if I got you halfway even here. Okay, so we have some pieces we have to go through here. So this is chipping. It releases weight, opens it up. Just know why you're doing it. That's the. So when I layer hair, it's like a double. I don't want to layer this into a layer where it's like a shag. And once you layer past the occipital bone, we all know where that is now because I told you. Then it becomes a layered haircut. But this is not a layered haircut, it's a one-length haircut with a slight bevel to it. It means movement. So all I'm doing is cutting that top hair. Doesn't mean I have to cut every single hair on her head when I do this. Look at it and go, do you like it, or you don't like it, or do you want to learn it? But hairdressing is fun.